Class 1, Self-Acceptance. Namaste and welcome to Class 1 in my weekly live streaming meditation class in the yogic tradition, Essence of Yoga Meditation. I'm Susan, your teacher and guide. We'll be bringing a form to our practice in this class and the classes in the next few weeks. Yoga, as we know, translates as union or communion, but it also means discipline, the discipline in our practice. So we're bringing a form to our meditation practice through discipline. This class is on self-acceptance. In our practice of yoga meditation, we follow ancient steps, taking us from self-acceptance to the necessary inner peace and balance for our conversations with the divine. The Satsang in this class is on self-acceptance. And for those of you who don't know the practice of discipline in taking Satsang, this is a teaching in truth. And we sit with the teacher or guru, with the workshop, class, or the group, in truth. So we have a satsang in self-acceptance and our meditation with the solar plexus chakra, the center of self-acceptance, and with the sun hand mudra, aligning heaven and earth, the divine and earth energies within us. We'll start the class forming our intention and move into attaining a meditation posture with ancient centering meditations. Centering brings us into the balance we need to open awareness of consciousness. And we'll end the class with a shavasana, deep relaxation, to allow our practice to settle into the body-mind. And finally, a sealing breath for energetic closure to the practice. I do recommend that you listen to my guide to practice short video here on my channel. And also the introductory class from last week is still available. And practice of this at some time during the week would set a grounding for the coming weeks for you. This class, Class 1, will be available for a couple of weeks. And I do understand that if you join the class late, whilst it's streaming live, you can search back to the beginning of the class. Namaste, and thanks for being with us today. Enjoy your practice. Susan. Intention for practice. And we'll start this practice section with sitting and bringing the hands to the prayer position at the heart, prayer mudra or Anjali mudra. So Namaste or prayer hands at the heart. This mudra neutralizes the positive, male, and the negative, female sides of the body. So masculine and feminine. Pressing the palms of the hands together, the two hands together in the prayer position at the heart. And this position is always practiced at the start of a yoga class. By pressing the palms of the hands together, we're connecting the two hemispheres of the brain and bringing them into balance and aligning the two energies of the masculine and the feminine in our practice. And now for the practice. We'll be adopting a meditation mudra, then setting our intention for practice. We're going to sit in an easy cross-legged position. You can be on the floor, on your yoga mat, on your bed if you want to, sitting on a folded or rolled blanket, propping up your tailbones. This can help you in sitting right up on your sitting bones or your buttock bones. Whatever position you're going to adopt, be comfortable. And be silent. Your breath is moving within you. So you're moving into stillness with the breath. finding the quietness within and the stillness. Try to find your center somewhere around your navel, just above the navel at the solar plexus, and get a sense of being grounded in your posture. Sensing where you are, you're breathing normally. Try to be aware of breathing into your center. Your breath is moving within you. Now let soft hands rest gently on your knees, palms down. Your back is straight. Propping yourself up a little more if you need to now to keep the back straight. And holding the head and the spine straight. And now for the mudra. This is the gesture of peace, a meditation mudra used during pranayama and meditation practice. Women, place the left hand on top of the right. Men, place the right hand on top of the left. The palms of both hands are facing up. Both hands then rest in the lap. Fingers of the right hand point west. Fingers of the left hand point east. And we'll assume that west is to your left and east is to your right. Both hands resting in the lap. Let your eyes drift closed. Relax your whole body. The two hands represent the union of the individual with the Supreme Consciousness. Sitting holding your posture now for a few breaths. Intention in the practice. So just for a couple of minutes now, sitting in your calm, quiet place, relaxed and alert, and focusing on the intention for your practice today or your practice for the next period of time. So whether it's an intention for a spiritual practice, for healing, for a change in your life, change in the world, healing of the world, this is entirely up to you, as your meditation is your personal, private practice. Bringing your awareness back to your breathing again. Being aware of how you're breathing. Being aware of how your body feels. Bringing attention back to your body. And bringing your attention back to the space you're in physically at the moment. Normal breathing, relaxing in your posture, relaxing in your space, and we'll prepare for the practice. The posture of perfection with centering meditations. In this practice, we'll be attaining the perfect pose or the posture of perfection for meditation, with centering, with a couple of 4,000-year-old centering meditations. This posture was often used by mystics and saints in their meditation practice, and because they were thought to be perfect, the posture was named the posture of perfection. We'll practice breath flow in the posture with meditation hand mudra and a short 4,000-year-old centering meditation practice. We'll start in a sitting position. As usual, depending on your comfort and your ease of movement, this can be on the floor, on your yoga mat, or your bed, wherever is most comfortable for you. As before, you can use your rolled up blanket, folded blanket, or a cushion underneath the buttock or sitting bones to support you and tilt the pelvis forward. If you are tired today, lean against the wall, against the edge of the bed or the sofa, with a pillow lengthwise down the spine at your back. You might need a pillow or a blanket under each thigh, or you can decide that later during the practice. Both legs are straight and extended out in front of you. Feet a couple of feet apart. Now at this point it does help to tilt the pelvis slightly forward and back 3 or 4 times, loosening up. You can decide now about sitting on your blanket if you want to. Take your left foot with your right hand, using a firm grip on the midfoot so as not to strain the toe joints or the ankles. Exhale. So on an out breath, gently draw the left foot in towards your body, and the left heel is placed directly beneath you in line with the perineum or the pubic bone. The sole of the left foot is touching the right inner thigh, and your left leg is completely doubled to get you into this posture. In the same way, now with the right. So take a deep inhale, a firm grip on the midfoot with the left hand so as not to strain the toe joints or the ankle. Exhale. So on an out breath, gently draw the right foot in towards your body, and if that's as much as your body will allow, rest there. Or, if you can go further, the right foot rests above the left ankle. Lift the foot on an exhale. Now with the right leg doubled, right toes resting gently between the calf and the thigh of your left leg. A couple of breaths in whichever posture you've managed to attain. If you do have fleshy thighs, you can try this again. Now, as you bring each foot into the body, take a moment to spread the calf flesh with your thumb. So on the left side. Place the left thumb in the calf flesh and gently placing pressure, spread the flesh up and away from you, making space in the knee joint. And again on the right side, place the right thumb in the calf flesh of the right leg, gently place pressure and spread the flesh up and away from you to make space. Bring the feet and the lower legs into the posture. Now, in your perfect pose, the upper body is erect, so a straight spine as I've taught you. Awareness is on your breath for a breath or two. Lifting with the crown of the head. So with each round of the breath, as you inhale, lift with the crown of the head, relaxing the lower body down as you breathe out. And now, you can decide if you need propping up. So settling into the posture, and we'll adopt meditation mudra with the hands. So this is the meditation hand mudra. Open your hands and rest the back of the hands on the knees, left hand on left knee, right hand on right knee. Inhale and spread the chest. Exhale and gently press down with the backs of the hands and straighten the arms, bringing the shoulders low. Touching the tips of the index fingers and thumbs together. So right hand, touch tip of the first index finger to the tip of the thumb, and left hand, touch index finger tip to thumb. Middle, ring and little fingers of both hands are straight and extended as much as your joints allow. Palms are soft. The palms up open gesture is your receptive nature to prana and consciousness. Focusing on breathing now. Being aware of prana flowing up from the fingertips to the brain on inhalations and flowing back down the hands on exhalations. Lower the gaze and look within. Breath awareness and centering. Breath is still flowing. As breath flows up your spine when you breathe in, you can think of that gentle uplift from the crown of your head. So now your spine is straight but without tension or any rigid holding. Awareness on your breathing pattern. You're light and lifting when you breathe in, and relaxing and heavier when you breathe out. Breath is circling around you, back in and out from your center. Breathing fully and deeper with each in-breath. You're not forcing the breath in any way, just going with it. Follow the flow of your breath. Finding your center, being aware of your center, breath flow from the center. Being with that sense of being grounded in your posture. Aware, all senses aware of where you are. little more on the base of your spine. If you are in sitting, try to sit straighter and feel your spine stretching. Breathe a little deeper, feeling expansion and contraction with deeper breaths. Making the breath a little bigger. Can you make this bigger breath expand the back of your chest? As you breathe, can you feel the back of your spine with your breathing? Can the breath flow up your spine and fan your shoulder blades when you breathe in? Next time you breathe in, can the breath raise your shoulder blades? Energy flowing up with the breath flow. And when the breath flows out from your body, can you feel relaxation? Have your shoulders, relaxing shoulder blades, relaxing the back of the heart. Another couple of breaths in this way. Now take a couple of rounds of the breath, focusing on deep inhalations and bringing your attention to your center at the solar plexus. And we'll practice the short centering meditation with breath flow. The essence of yourself is at your core. The essence of yourself is at your core, at the center of your being. Remove this essence with the breath. Consider your essence as light rays rising from center to energy center up the vertebra. And so rises livingness in you. Essence of life rising in you. Attention between the eyebrows. Gazing at the nose tip to steady the mind. Let mind be before thought. Let form fill with breath essence to the top of the head, and there shower as light. Attention on your breathing again. Deeper breaths to the center again. Center breathing, bringing focus back. A couple of deep breaths, bringing energy back. Soften your gaze and bring your focus into your room or your space. Relax your breathing. Relax your posture. And you can sit quietly with this now as we prepare for the next part of our practice, the meditation. Meditation. A solar plexus chakra meditation with sun hand mudra practice. So for your preparation, you can be in your seated position or lying down, whichever you found comfortable in the practice so far in this class. Hands can be soft, palms up, and bring your awareness to your breath as I introduce you to this practice. Chakras are our inner wheels of energy, and they control and distribute the flow of prana, our life force energy, through our bodies. Our 7 main chakras resonate with the qualities of the ultimate divine self. There are psychic connections with the cosmos, and are gateways to inner healing. Awareness is on your breath. And if you're comfortable with closing your eyes now, then close your eyes. If you're not, then gazing down at the tip of your nose is a restful position for the eyes and the mind. There are 2 aspects to each chakra. At the front of the body, we have the plexuses, or the nerve centers, which are always resonating with the cosmos. So, for example, the solar plexus at the center and the heart plexus at the heart center. These are continually sending messages to the brain, which help us to make our decisions and cause us to react. The energetic centers are situated close to the spine, so more at the back of the body. And these are our connections with consciousness. Our prana, or life force energy, flows in 2 channels by the sides of the spine, much like blood flows through arteries. And it's the breath and the control of the breath which expands the flow of the pranic energy through the body. And it's the breath that brings healing by cleansing the toxins which cause blockages that account for imbalance. Awareness of balance then brings the awakening of consciousness, which brings harmony to our life. Oneness with consciousness. Yoga. So we'll start in preparation for the hand mudra practice. Breathing normally. Using the subtle energies and Ayurvedic elements in this form of yoga through the practice of mudra, the mind gradually turns inward and induces the state of concentration, or dharana, for meditation. The mudras redirect prana, your life force energy, back into the mind-body system and help strengthen the link between the physical, the mental, and the pranic bodies, ultimately establishing balance to bring about higher states of consciousness and bringing the light of prana to shine on the self within, aligning us with earth forces. Now the hand mudra, Sun mudra. Bend the ring fingers of both hands into the mount of Venus at the base of the thumb and press down with the thumb on the second knuckle. So second knuckle away from the fingernails. Keeping the other fingers as straight as you can on each hand. So ring fingers into the mount of Venus and press down with the thumb on the second knuckle. The other fingers are as straight as you can get them. Balancing sun element within the body. And now holding the mudra, focusing on breathing practice. 4 rounds of the breath now with retention to the count of 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Pause, 2, 3, 4. And again, inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Pause, 2, 3, 4. And one more time now on your own count. Inhaling to 4, hold to 4, exhale 4, pause to the count of 4. Sun mudra creates heat in the body and regulates metabolism. Fire energy helps brain power. And a final practice now in this mudra to your own count. A mudra is an attitude or a gesture, whether it's psychic, emotional, devotional, and also it's aesthetic. They're experienced by the yogi as attitudes of energy flow, intended to link individual pranic or life force with universal or cosmic force. And breathing normally now. Awareness is above your head, visualizing a white light which you can breathe down through the crown of your head, breathing the light into your body. This light flowing down through your spine, through your tailbone, into the earth below us. Light flowing down, breathing in the light, and the light flows down through your spine, out through your tailbone, grounding you very firmly in the here and the now. Breathing in light, breathing out and grounding. Focus now is on your solar plexus. Bringing your focus and your awareness to the center above the navel, the third chakra. So a couple of inches above the navel at the solar plexus, the fire center. Visualizing the color yellow. Awareness on the quality of your sense of sight. Imagining a yellow vortex of energy. The sun spinning. radiant with vitality and energy. Drawing positive energy into your body. Breathing in light to this center. As you breathe, every time you breathe out, breathing out and releasing old blocked energy or emotions. Imagining yellow, breathing in and strengthening the color yellow and dynamic energy. Breathing out, releasing all blockages. Connecting with feelings of personal power, energy, and self-control. Visualize the blazing sun and experience its energy as light, radiating out from the solar plexus through the whole of your body. And repeating this mantra quietly to yourself. I accept myself completely. And grounding again now with the white light grounding you, running down from the head center down to the spine, down through your legs, out through the soles of your feet. Feeling grounded, feeling connected to the earth and the here and the now. Continuing to connect with the infinite power within yourself and feeling uplifted and energized, following your meditation. Focus on the breath again. Each round of the breath bringing you to awareness and sitting or being very still and silent for a little while now as we prepare for the next part of our practice, which is Satsang. So at this point you may want to find a more comfortable sitting position or change your position and just be still and silent for a little while now. And this is the Satsang part of the class. Bringing your awareness to your breath. At any point of resistance, relax your defenses. This is simply fear in your head. So relax and return your breath to awareness on the breath, and this will soften. And you can be receptive to teaching. Being in satsang, in active listening to the truth of the teacher, leads us naturally into a regular practice in contemplation. And hopefully if you're following this class every week, that would mean a weekly practice in contemplation. Staying with the seeds of our thoughts in contemplation leads to silence, and spontaneously and eventually to meditation. This is a satsang about your truth, accepting your good. In yoga meditation, we start with the hardest thing for a human being, self-acceptance. And everything else is easy after that. And this is a piece from my own book on Catholic guilt, about tuning into the good in yourself and your life, accepting your good. Because of the guilt of being deep inside myself, I couldn't accept the good until I healed all the damage. But little by little, as I let the old rubbish fall away, like peeling away the skins of an onion, I became more and more aware of goodness and what it means to a human being, until I finally understood, until I knew this was the way we were created. Our true self is good. When our souls are healed and free, then basically we are goodness itself. When I started healing my life, in my head, I could absolutely accept that everyone must be good. My deepest belief is we are all part of the universe's loving energy. It's something I've always known intuitively. And I've always looked for the spark of goodness in everyone I've ever met. But healing is not always easy. Accepting your own good is hard when you've always been told you are bad or wrong or shamed. Accepting your own good is strange when you've been badly damaged. But that acceptance is a place you have to get to if you're going to be healed and whole. The result is that your life changes completely. Your life turns around. It's like a revolution. Basic goodness is our birthright. Yoga, esoteric philosophy, teaches that everyone is part of the universal power. It's like being a spark of a huge energy force. This source of energy, this power that we have been taught to call God, is believed to be omnipresent, all-loving, all-powerful, and present in everything. And so are you. Because you came from the same source of universal energy. So if you are part of this God, you are naturally good. You were born good. Accepting your own good is a principle of healing. We must start to trust ourselves and believe we are good. And then we can gradually become aware of all those things that hid this basic goodness from us. By doing this for yourself, you will set in motion a healing process. Healing is a revolution. Healing is about change. The change that you bring about through healing is in being able to accept yourself and your own good. You change from being guilty about your existence to a state of accepting the goodness in just being yourself, connected with the core of yourself, at one with your source. This is your yoga. and a little while now in your contemplation. Awareness on your breath again, bringing your focus and your attention back into your room or your space. Staying with your stillness and your silence now as we prepare for final Shavasana, deep relaxation. So you can adopt a position now for your relaxation. So whether that's lying on the floor, on your mat, on your bed, wherever you're going to be comfortable for final relaxation. Shavasana, final deep relaxation. As you're getting yourself into a comfortable position for final Shavasana, I'll just say that Shavasana is the deep relaxation practiced at the end of our postures or practice in meditation, and it's intended to take you to the sweet spot, the beautiful place in your mind where you experience your eternal being nature, the sweet place of peace. As usual, in this practice, if you do find yourself experiencing resistance, relax your defences. Now this may take time. If you do, not all of us experience resistance, but if you do, then relaxing your defences does take time. So you can be lying flat on the floor, on your mat or your blanket. You can be lying on the bed or your sofa. You could have your feet up on a chair, the sofa or the side of the bed. Use pillows or blanket rolls under your knees if you need them. Make sure you're warm. And simply being aware of your breathing as you wait for your body to settle down into your relaxation posture. Being aware of how you're breathing, and focus is on your breath. So as you focus on the in-breath, making each in-breath a little longer and a little smoother. Breathing in each in-breath longer and smoother as you take the breath into your body every time you breathe in. And the breath flowing to every part of your body and your mind. Breath flowing deeper and deeper into your body every time you breathe in. And light flowing in with the breath. Light flowing with the breath to every part of your body and your mind. As you breathe in, light flowing to the tips of your toes, light flows through the skin of the feet, every time you breathe, and as you breathe in, light flowing up through the skin of the legs, into the stomach skin. Light flowing up through the skin of the chest and into the throat. Light flowing through the facial skin and through the scalp skin. Light flowing every time you breathe in. And more relaxed with each out-breath. Relaxation flowing in waves down your body with the breath. More and more relaxed with each out-breath. Relaxation flowing down, flowing down. Relaxation flowing down the spine. Relaxation flowing in waves down the back of your body. As you breathe out, every time you breathe out, relaxation flowing down, down from the top of the head, down through the spine, flowing down in waves down to the soles of your feet, more and more relaxed with each out-breath. And spending a couple of minutes now deep in your relaxation, feeling relaxed, feeling light, feeling very quiet and very calm, and feeling very, very peaceful for a few minutes now, deep, deep in your relaxation. And focusing on your breathing again, focusing on the in-breath. Taking the breath a little deeper again, and the in-breath will gradually bring energy back to the body and the mind following relaxation. Focusing on the in-breaths, and when you breathe in, becoming a little more alert and a little more aware with each in-breath. As you breathe in, becoming a little more aware of your own body in your relaxation posture, more aware of my voice and the sound of the background music. More alert and more aware with each in-breath. And before you come back to full alertness and awareness now, taking a couple of deep in-breaths, bringing energy back. Roll over onto your right hand side or turn slightly to the right. Your knees can be bent slightly. Resting your head in one of your hands. And rest in this position for a few breaths. It's a good position for the heart following relaxation. As you breathe, a couple of deep inhalations to bring energy back, and then gently opening your eyes, bringing your gaze and your focus back into the room or the space. A couple of deep in-breaths, bringing energy back, and then when you feel ready to, in your own time, very gently bringing yourself back into an upright sitting position. That's the end of your relaxation. That's the end of the class, and I hope you enjoyed your meditation practice. If you do want to go to sleep now or simply relax, this can be the end of the class. If you do need to continue with your day, then we will finish with a sealing breath for energetic closure, so that we can go out into the world if we need to now. Namaste. And now for our closing practice of the class, a yoga sealing breath. So we'll close with a sealing breath, the sealing breath with moon arms, and a final Namaste, meaning I honour the spirit that dwells within you. For the sealing breath, we're in sitting, and hands are at the prayer position at the heart, Namaste hands. And we're going to take a couple of centering breaths with moon arms to seal energy within. Deep inhale. Exhale and point the fingers down to the earth. Straighten the arms. Big inhale. Turn palms up and sweep the hands and arms out to the sides of your body and up in a big moon circle until palms meet above the head. Pause. Long, slow exhale. Hands come down to crown chakra, the forehead, then the throat and the heart. Prayer hands in Anjali Mudra, prayer mudra at the heart. Inhale and pause. Breathing normally. We'll go one more time. Big inhale. Exhale, point the fingers down to the earth, straighten the arms. Big inhale, turn palms up, sweep the hands and arms out to the sides of your body and up in a big moon circle. Palms meet above the head. Pause. Long, slow exhale. Hands come down to crown chakra, then the forehead, then the throat and the heart. Prayer hands in Anjali Mudra. Inhale and pause. Exhale, fingers point down. Hands down to the solar plexus, down to the base chakra. Normal breathing. Out breaths flowing down through the base chakra with each round of the breath. So inhale, exhale. As you breathe out, breath flows down through the base chakra. The breath has sealed your energy in. Straighten your arms. On the next exhale, breath flows down through the lower abdomen, down to the earth, grounding you for the rest of the day. Breathing normally. Prayer hands to the heart. That's the end of our practice. Namaste.